What it do, YouTube family? This your brother Real Adele RLB with another video. So, lately, a lot of us foundational Black Americans, ADOS, DAS, whatever you want to call us, have came to the realization that this two-party system is pretty much have gone out of their way to deliberately neglect us. You know, they want our numbers, they want us to go out and vote and do all this other stuff. But when it comes to tangibles, policies getting into place, and everything else specifically for us, it's always a no-go. But they always want us to show up to the polls every 2 to 4 years to put these elected officials in office. But now we are finally coming to the realization that these people do not give a damn about us. Hell, we had the first so-called black president, Barack Hussein Obama, in office for a whole 8 years, and all he did was give us symbolic gestures, good sermons, speeches, and that's it. And you know, and the thing is about Barack Obama is not a black American. You know, he grew up with his mom is white and his dad is Kenyan. You know, I believe his dad came to America sometime in the 1960s or 70s or something like that. But yeah, in the 60s. So a lot of these people that's in office, because I'm going to say, that's why I want to say that, because I'm going to segue into the conversation that I want to have. But if you notice, they put a lot of these people into high places, and when you check their background, they not really one of us. But last week, Tariq Nasheed went on Twitter. And if you don't know who Tariq Nasheed, he's a filmmaker, he's an author, he's an entrepreneur, brother do good things for the community. And he basically went on Twitter and he posed a question where he said, does immigration benefit foundational Black Americans? And he didn't specifically say what immigrant group, but a lot of Nigerians, Somalians, and Ethiopians came on that Twitter space, started talking real crazy and real reckless, and so was saying how Black Americans are jealous of them and we need to shut up, and we're so notice a lot of these immigrants always come over here and put themselves in our affairs, but we don't worry about what they doing over there. Like, we don't just go over to where they from and just point out certain things. Like, a lot of these immigrants will come over here, they'll be humble at first, but then when they get a little prestige or whatever, they want to try to act like they better than us. And this is a common occurrence that's been going on. Like, they'll come over here and be within our group, but then they will start talking down on the lower aspect of our group, like the ghetto, the Pookie and Ray Ray, like they'll try to point that out. Not knowing that we do have doctors, we do have lawyers, we have judges. Like these people say, come over, especially a lot of Nigerians, we are smarter, we smart, we come over here and excel. And I be thinking in the back of my head, like, y'all not doing anything that we didn't already started and did. Like, it was our people fighting, marching in the streets for y'all to come over here. But they come over here with that disrespect and they try to talk down on us. And then when you bring out the point that we didn't flee our homeland. We built our homeland up as foundational Black Americans. And you look at how a lot of these immigrants come over here and they act brand new, but they're all snooty with their nose in the air. And you look at how they living in their homeland, and we would be like, y'all really have nerves. Y'all really have the nerve to come to us and try to disrespect us, talking about we don't have culture. Foundational Black Americans, we are the culture. Just like this brother I got on my shirt. Name the Nigerian equivalent to him. Name the Haitian equivalent to him. Name the Somalian equivalent to, because we always been great. We always do great things and everybody else follows suit. We are the culture. You got people coming over here trying to piggyback off of what we did. You even got Jamaicans talking about they created hip-hop, which is bullshit. Black folks been putting words together slick since the 1920s, probably before that. You can see videos of brothers rhyming and saying slick words and using it in a certain vernacular. But then you got these people, these immigrants that have come over here and try to take credit for what we already done. And that need to stop, because Black foundational Black Americans, we've been on this Pan-Africanism stuff for the longest, but it hasn't been reciprocal. It has to be a two-way street. It really does, but it hasn't. A lot of these people look down on us. Black folk, we'll be having our fists in the air, be saying we all black, woo woo, and these other people be talking down on us. They have discussions about us, talking about stay away from them black Americans. They this, they that, they lazy, they don't do this and all that. We don't have those equivalent conversations where black families sit up and say, stay away from them immigrants and woo, woo, woo off the bam, they this, they that. We don't do that. We accept them as our brothers and sisters in the common struggle that's dealing with white supremacy. But they don't see it that way. They come over here and they a lot of them join the white supremacist power structure. I know I told y'all this story once before, that my brother wore a dashiki to work years ago. And he was working around a lot of African brothers and sisters. He wore a dashiki, and Ronnie said they was looking at him funny style, talking shit low key, and Ronnie was like, and this one, me and my brother was really on that Pan-Africanism stuff, and real pro-black, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't tell me nothing. But Ronnie was like, bro, he said, bro, when I got on break, bro, because he was like, I thought I was showing love for Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? But these people was looking down on me and whatever. He said, bro, he took that damn dashiki off. He was like, because he was saying one of the dudes like, why are you wearing that? Why are you wearing that? You wearing that? And he was like, bro, it's Black History Month. But that's how they look. They don't see themselves as us. They talk down on us. And now finally, foundational black Americans are finally waking up and realizing like, whole time these people they not trying to be a partnership with us. You notice a lot of these immigrant groups talk down on reparations for foundational black Americans. You know, and then they talk shit. They say we lazy. They say we complain and all that. But in actuality, our people built this country from the ground up while never, ever being compensated. I seen a video with those two guys from Fresh and Fit and DJ Academic on YouTube. I seen this video, and all of them have immigrant backgrounds, you know. And they were talking, and they was basically saying, yeah, well, us immigrants, we come over here and we work hard and we do this and do that and we do that. And then they talking, and I'm like, bruh, but y'all come from y'all homeland, which is in ruins in a lot of cases. And y'all come over here and act brand new. Like our people ain't already been doing this. We've been doing this. We've been doing big things. But it's that mentality that they have where they think they better than us. They compare our worst to some of their best. But if we do the reverse, talk about how shit is over there, they gonna say, oh, why you do that? The government is controlling, like the government not controlling us. You know what I'm saying? And it's time for us to start calling that out, because in that interview, DJ Academic talking all this shit about black Americans, woo-woo, and Myron and the old boy from Fresh and Fit saying the same thing. Like, I always thought DJ Academic was a cornball to me anyway. When I first heard it, I'm like, bro, you corny as hell, because he was talking bad about my city, Chicago, calling it Chirac and all that. But then, like, nigga, ain't you from Jamaica? Jamaica is way more savage than the south side and west side of Chicago. You talking all this shit about black Americans, talking about Chicago, this and that, and I'm scared. But nigga, you from Jamaica where they cut niggas' heads off, snatch little kids up in the middle of the street and do all types of shit. But it's time for us as foundational black Americans to start calling that shit out like, nah, you're not finna be coming over here pointing a finger at our people when we the ones that march, fought, been doing this, pro-black shit. And now, a lot of black people like, man, that shit ain't even worth it no more, because we've been going out of our way to constantly say we all brothers and sisters in the struggle. And they constantly been saying, no, you Akara is not like us. You're lazy, you this. So it's time for us as foundational black Americans to wake up and start working in our own self-interest. You notice other groups go out of their way to differentiate themselves from us. A lot of them, they do. They constantly go out of their way. But the minute us as foundational black Americans start saying we're going to define ourselves as a specific group, oh, that's divisive, you can't do that, woo, 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 because they know that a lot of these people been jumping on our movements just to get tangibles. They don't give a fuck about us, family. Just keeping it 100. A lot of these people that come from, I shouldn't even have to say all, because all of them not like that. But when you want to keep it 100, a lot of these people that come from Africa, a lot of these people come from the Caribbean, these immigrants, when they come over here, they go out of their way to deliberately not really want to fuck with us unless it's tangibles for them. We up in the street screaming all this pro-black you know, and all this Black Lives Matter shit. And I don't fuck with Black Lives Matter because that's a white-run organization where they just being very funny style, because a lot of them people in Black Lives Matter is benefiting off the deaths of black people and not putting anything back into the community. But yeah, but on that Twitter space that Tariq Nasheed did, it was disgusting the way a lot of these African people was the things that they were saying about foundational Black Americans. And they was really pretty much showing their true colors on how they really feel about Black Americans. Simple as that, they showing. But they be quick to jump on anything that's flying to bring their ass over here to talk about the same people. See, our people been here for centuries. We been here. We ain't just get here with our hands out. See, we had to fight. And I just seen the thing, I think Biden and them trying to pass some type of legislation or put a law in place where an immigrant only have to be here for 30 days. And then they'll be able to register to vote. Because they know that foundational Black Americans, we not fucking with y'all on that voting shit no more. So they bringing a new voter base, the immigrants, to come over here to take those numbers because they know. They know. But that's a slap in the face to the brothers and sisters that was marching in the 60s to get the right to vote. Where an immigrant can come over here and don't even have to really do shit. And y'all getting them all these tangibles and all these benefits that our people been had to fight for. See, Black Americans, it's time for us to start calling out these immigrants when they come over here with that fuck shit. Because I can see if we went over there doing all types of shit, talking about they shit. Hell, if foundational Black Americans was able to go in some of these spots shit, we would have built that shit up. It'd be a Wakanda right now. Real talk. A lot of these people talking about, you have no culture, you this, but they want to come over here. They always come over here. And they always want to stick their nose in our affairs. Always talking about some what we don't deserve. You Black Americans, you don't deserve reparations, woo, woo, woo. But in the same day, in the same breath, they coming over here is a benefit for them. It's not a benefit for us. When they come over here, they go out of their way to deliberately not fuck with us. And it's time for us as foundational Black Americans to wake up. Foundational Black Americans, DAS, ADOS, whatever you want to call us. It's time for us to start taking a stand. We're not falling for the con job no more. We're not falling for the con job. Until these other groups that look like us come to us and be like, okay, we're going to be on the same page, then, okay, that's cool, because we the ones that have been a sacrifice the last 100 years where we going out of our way. And then when these people come over here, you know what I'm saying, and then they get a little prestige and status. They say, fuck you, Black Americans. I'm better. You lazy. You this and that. But we don't go out our way to talk about how they over there shitting in rivers, doing all types of little sick shit, allowing pedophiles to snatch up little girls, and doing all types of stuff. We don't talk about them like that. But the minute we start doing it, oh, you wrong. Like Tariq was going in on their ass. They were so sensitive because he was hitting them with the truth. They come over here, you baby mamas, you this, Black Americans wear Jordans and all that shit. But y'all come over here and y'all blend in right with us. Y'all the same over here. Y'all gonna wear the Jordans and do that because we is this culture. We created the swag. We created the drip. We created the style. And don't let these other people come over and tell us, try to tell us what we haven't did and what we need to start doing when we invented this shit. If it wasn't for foundational Black Americans, America wouldn't be shit. We was the ones that built this country free of charge, or never, ever being compensated. We the reason why other people, immigrant groups, want to come over here by the droves. We the reason. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't just making this shit up because I done had experience dealing with immigrants and stuff. Like when I was staying in Houston, I said it was this Nigerian brother that stayed on the complex. We stay in the same complex, but you know what I'm saying? I'm coming out the mail room or whatever. I had to get a package. And, he outside by his car or whatever. And, I'm walking, we walking in the same direction. And I said hi to this brother. I was like, hey, how you doing, brother? This motherfucker ignored the fuck out of me. He ignored me. Energy was off. And I'm like, oh, it's really like that. So, you know what I'm saying? But if I would have been a white man or a white, hi, how you doing? Hey, hi, how you doing, white man? That's how it is. I was going to Job Corps back in the day. I talked to one little African dude, I think he was an Ethiopian or whatever. And I was like, So, like, how y'all relationship with black Americans and how y'all feel? I was 20 years old, and I was like, how y'all feel about black folks? And he was like, I'll tell you later. Do you know I never talked to him again? He deliberately went out of his way to not tell me or want to talk to me again. See, that's how they is. They think like that. Their energy be off. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to whiteness, they suck ass and kiss ass. Don't get me wrong. We do have coons and sellout ass Negroes within black foundational black American society too. Don't get me wrong, we do. But for the most part, we call out our coons and be like, bro, get off that dumbass shit. See, a lot of them, they allow these Negroes to say all, and don't even check them, say all types of foul shit about us. You know what I'm saying? They talk down on us, talk about we not cultured. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the ones listening to our Beyonce's, Jay-Z's. Y'all the ones watching our Kyrie Irvings and our LeBron James and, you know, all these great brothers and sisters do their thing. We not watching y'all people over there. We not looking at y'all like that. So that right there shows you we are the fucking culture. And don't let these people come over and tell you anything different. They want to come over here and acclimate into our society because we the ones that got shit popping. Simple as that. We not trying to go over there in droves. And if we did go over there, we going to hook that shit up and make that shit look real good. Trust and believe we ain't going to be shitting in rivers and swimming in them and living in fucked up shanty towns. When you 98% of the population in your country, but you allow other groups to come in there and do you over. See, black folk, we've been 12 to 13% of this population for the longest, which I think is a lie. I think it's more than us. But we've been the minority in our country, and we still get shit done. These other groups are majority of the population, and they allow other people to come over here and fuck they shit up and take over, and then they want to say, oh, it's the government, it's this, it's that. No, fuck that. Y'all come over here talking about some, you black Americans need to pull yourself up by the bootstrap. Well, how come you ain't pull yourself out of bootstraps in your own homeland? Why y'all shit still fucked up? Why you coming over here and want to act brand new off what our people built? And that's all I really got to say, fam. Like, don't let these people continue to try to shame us and try to think that they better than you, because we never flee. We didn't flee our homeland. We still here. Foundational black Americans, we stay here and we fight. We fight systematic white supremacy. We call out injustices. We don't just sit and allow that shit to happen. And we are the culture. And don't ever let these people tell you otherwise, family. White, black, I don't care. Any of them. We are the culture. Well, that's all I really got to say, family. Peace, love. Big dog.